What's going on, world? It's your boy Z, and today I'm going to talk about what I believe is Nike SB's best price point skate shoe. I think this one might stir the pot a little bit and be somewhat of an unpopular opinion, which is why I'm excited to post this review and get your guys' thoughts on this particular shoe. Now, before diving into it, just to take a step back and talk about how the idea for making this shoe review video came about in the first place. It was around a year and a half ago now when I first got the shoe. I got them for $30 from CCS with free shipping since I'm a CCS member. And just to defend myself and for the record, I'm all for supporting local. Orchard's my local skate shop and I like to think I'm one of their biggest supporters. But when you get a brand new pair of shoes for $30, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. So I got the shoes, they came in the mail. My first impression of them was like, wow, these are gonna last me one session, if that. Like, I guess you get what you pay for, because the way these shoes were constructed and the materials that were used to make them, I just had the lowest of expectations until I skated them the next day and was just blown away with how well they performed, how good they felt skating in, and just how sneaky durable they were. And I was like, I need to make a review about these shoes because these are definitely being slept on by the skate community. And like I said, that was about a year and a half ago now. Me being me, just never got to posting any sort of video. But then around 2 months ago or so, my boy who I skate with here in town, he actually got this particular shoe for free from Nike SB, and he was bummed about it. And that was the straw that broke the camel's back. I was like, okay, I'm making this review and I'm sharing my experience with the world. And for those of you who are wondering what happened, basically he posted a clip of him skating on his Instagram. He used the hashtag #CheckMeSB. Nike SB ended up using his clip in their clip of the month montage. And so they reached out to him and said, hey, we're using your clip. We want to send you a pair of shoes. Like, what's your address? And I remember going to the skate park with him and he was showing me the DMs from Nike SB. And I was like, dude, that's so sick. And in the clip, he was wearing a pair of SB Dunks and he did a switch front crook. And he's like, I hope they send me a pair of Dunks. Like, that's what I was wearing in the clip. Or hopefully they send me the SB4s, because they had literally just restocked the SB4s like a day before. He was getting super excited, rightfully so. Long story short, they ended up sending him this black and white pair that I have here. He posted a media on his Instagram when he got it. I'm like, Nike SB, how are you going to send me the shoes that cost you the least to make? Like, I'm going to rip through these in two flip tricks, yada, yada, yada. And so me, as someone who literally used my own money to buy 4 pairs of these shoes, I took that pretty personally. And so I reached out to him like, bro, these are amazing shoes. Like, give them a shot. You're going to love them, blah, 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 blah. But then I came to find out that he's just a cup sole guy and a low top guy. And as you'll see, these shoes are mid tops and they're vulcanized. So I totally get it. To each their own, right? Skating's all a personal preference thing at the end of the day. And he was just bummed out because he's not going to be able to skate these shoes just because they're not his cup of tea when it comes to skate shoes. So it is what it is, but at least he has a story and the shoes as a memory, so that's pretty cool. But that's what ultimately led me to this point. So with that being said, I'm going to get into the shoe now. I'm going to go through the shoes and the order in which I acquired them in. The shoe comes in multiple iterations, so we'll talk about why I prefer one over the other. I'll talk about what I like about the shoe, what I don't like about the shoe, and then I'll finish the video with a little bit of skating so you can see how it looks on foot and being skated in. So with that, the shoe I believe is Nike SB's best price point skate shoe. And I'll talk in a moment why I keep putting air quotes around price point. But that would be the Nike SB BLZR Court. And as you can see, I have the all white low top version here. They've been skated pretty decently in. But what I love about these shoes is that right out of the box, the board feel was of the best I've ever felt from any skate shoe. On top of that, these shoes are very thin. As you can see, paper thin. And made with this canvasy-like material, and what that does is it allows the shoe to conform to your foot and fit like a glove. So skating in these shoes was literally like skating in a pair of socks, and I know that doesn't sound like a good thing, but in this instance, it's an absolutely amazing thing. So first impression was great. I grew to love the shoe even more because this ollie pad right here is in the perfect place. Like, if I was just to ride around and pop ollies all day, these shoes would literally last me a lifetime. The shoe had incredible flick. And then when I did think I eventually tore a hole in the toe box here, I was pleasantly surprised to find that there is this very thick and very durable rubber reinforcement underneath there. And as you can see, it doesn't even look like I scratched that yet. So that was awesome, and I was loving these shoes. The only con I had with these shoes, and it's really more of a me thing, is that when I pop nollies and switch ollies, and you could kind of see it there on this, my switch foot, the frame on the collar here, is that my ankle sits above the collar, and I guess just the way I pop the board, it ends up grinding up against my ankles. And I'm not Kurt Schilling, I'm not really about that bloody ankle life, so I was like, wow, I love these shoes, but wish they came in a mid or high top version. And as the universe goes, asking you shall receive, I was able to get this pair. And before you roast me for these shoes, that brings me to my next point with them. Nike SB, BLZR Courts, and price point shoes in general are what I look at as practice shoes. And for me, I look at the skate park as a training facility. So to me, these shoes are practice / skate park shoes. And I'm very like methodical in how I go about my skate shoes. Every skate shoe has a finite life. It's kind of like how many licks to the center of a Tootsie Pop. Every time you flick your foot, every time you do a flip trick, you're just doing one more lick to the center of a Tootsie Pop, if you know what I'm saying. So for me, when I'm going to the skate park, my main goal and objective is to leave better than I came. My purpose and intent when going there is just to get my reps in, to work on the tricks I'm consistent at and get more consistent at them, and then to try to land some, learn some new tricks as well. And I feel as though when I'm wearing SB Dunks or a pair of shoes I spend over $100 on or that I really like, I find I'm a little reserved in my skating. I'm a little hesitant to do that extra kick flip or that extra flip trick because I want the shoes to last, that much longer. And it ultimately just holds me back and defeats the purpose of me going to the skate park. So with these shoes, I feel as though I'm able to accomplish all the goals I set out when going to the skate park. I just lace them and get going and don't think twice about anything. So that's why I love these shoes. And these shoes here have the same pros as the lows, except obviously I'm no longer getting bloody ankles. And since they are mid-tops, there is that extra ankle support, which is someone who has rolled their ankles many times in the past, I can very much appreciate. So all around, an amazing shoe. The only con that I had with this shoe, and it could be another, just me thing, is that when I did heel flips, I found them to be very inconsistent. I'm used to having some padding or some cushion for the board to grip onto when I'm doing heel flips. So for this shoe being as thin as it is, I found it hard to kind of feel out my heel flips and get comfortable doing heel flips. But I did like, however, that when I did think I tore a hole through where my heel flip area is, similar to the toe box, there was a reinforced layer underneath there, which I found very nice and very much appreciated as well. I think, I don't know what to call this thing. I think its purpose is really more so to keep the structure of the shoe, but it was nice to see that it doubled as a second layer in this high wear area here. So really much enjoyed finding that out. And yeah, just overall, these shoes were exactly what I wanted them to be. A little fun fact about this shoe is that it was white when I first got it. I recently coffee dyed it to try to make it look a little bit cooler. When I first wore these shoes to the skate park, brand new, I thought I was getting somewhat of a decent fit off. I'm like, okay, I'm making these work. Like I'm making them look all right. I get to the skate park immediately, right off the rip. This dude comes up to me, "Yo, bro, did you get those at Payless?" I was like, my guy, like, good shot. Like, no, I did not get these at Payless, but like, fair enough. And I think that's just this colorway. It's obviously not the most aesthetically pleasing, which is probably part of the reason why these shoes are being slept on. But for the price I got these shoes at, it was worth trying out. And then once I confirmed that these shoes were the shoes that I thought they would be, I ended up getting these two colorways here, which I think are the best colorways in my opinion. It's kind of a toss-up on which one I like more. I did start skating the black and white ones recently, so they've been added to the rotation. I do like that they just look like your traditional classic skate shoe. And if you're filming from far enough away, it might look like a regular SB BLZR mid, so you might be able to get away with that one. These ones I haven't skated in yet. I honestly don't know if I'm going to be skating these ones. I kind of like them as more chiller shoes. I like the little hit of yellow on the heel there and the hit of yellow on the tongue. But what I love most about this shoe, and I don't know if you can really see it, is that paisley print on the inside there. So I love that. And I think this shoe is actually the premium version. It definitely does have more premium like suede here on the ollie pad. And it seems to be perhaps a little thicker, or I don't know, it does feel a little more premium all around. If I do skate them, I'll let you know if they're any better or not. But with that being said, that's what I believe is Nike SB's best price point skate shoe. I have the Nike SB 7-ball video playing in the background because they were wearing these shoes quite a bit in this video, so I thought that was fitting. But the reason I keep putting air quotes around price point is because this shoe does retail for $75 to $90. And for the record, I would never pay full retail price for these shoes, which is why I kind of put the caveat with the air quotes around price point. Since these shoes are made with canvas and very minimalistic materials, you can find these shoes online for half off or even more if you just poke around the internet. Oftentimes Nike SB retailers will have these on sale, and so you can get a pretty good deal on them. My threshold for this shoe is probably around $45 maximum for them. I didn't spend any more than $40 on any of these pairs here. And for $40, what this shoe offers you, I think it's the best bang for your buck. And so that's why I'm calling it Nike SB's best price point skate shoe. Have you skated this shoe before? Let me know in the comments what your experience was. If not, are we going to be dripping these, or are we going to be skipping these? Let me know how you guys feel about the Nike SB Blazer courts. I'll finish off with a little bit of skating. All these clips are about a year old, so I owe you guys some new footage, which I'll get working on. But appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.